Hey guys, it's time for an eye tutorial on my question of the week, which was actually asking you guys what colorful look you would like to see me do an eye tutorial on. And in case I hope you can tell, I'm really trying to play with the lighting because this looks really cool in person, but I don't feel like the pink is showing up enough on the camera. But I will have some pictures on my blog anyway. But the winning look was the pinks and purples request, which I was really happy about because I was hoping to use my Coastal Scents palette to do some more with that. So basically I'm getting my camera zoomed in here so you can better see what I'm doing with this look. So I'm going to start out by putting a cream shadow base. I've already put my Mary Kay eye primer on here, and I'm going to go ahead and use one of the colors on this Revlon Cream Shadow set in Va 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 Bloom. And it's going to be this sort of shimmery pink shade. So I'm just going to apply that all over my lid. Just like so. And kind of up to the crease just a little bit. Okay, so now you've got a nice creamy base there for the color to stick to. And I'm going to start out, I'm going to use a couple of different palettes from Coastal Scents. I'm going to use the Shimmer palette a little bit and the matte one, but keep in mind that you can, just similar shades will work, so you don't have to have these particular palettes. But in the Shimmer palette, I'll just go ahead and show you what colors I'm going to be using. I'm going to use this pretty pink shade that's here, just kind of a true shimmery pink, and then I'm going to come down here and use this purple shade, and then I'm going to come back over here, and this is just a light shimmery pink that I'm going to go ahead and highlight with, and then I'm going to, just for the deeper parts of the look, for that I'm going to use my matte palette. So let's start out by using our Low Cornell 3/8 brush, and I'm just going to dip into that brighter pink shade that I showed you. And I'm going to apply this, oops, wrong eye. I'm going to apply this all over the lid. And you can see the color is just super vibrant. Just an amazing shimmer, but also, along with it, great color. And I'm just going to kind of patting that up into the crease. Okay? So there's kind of our starting point here. And then I'm going to take my crease brush, and I'm going to dip into that purple shade I told you about. It's just like a true purple shimmer. And tapping off the excess, and I'm just going to take this over my crease. And I don't expect this to really be my deep crease shade, but it is just working in the purple with the pink, so it all sort of has that undertone to it. And these colors look just so pretty blended together. Okay. And while we're at it with these nice light shimmery shades, I'm going to just go ahead and use that light shimmery pink at the top. And just blend that right up to my eyebrow. Just like so. Okay, so we're done with the Shimmer palette. So I'm going to step away from that and get my matte palette out here. And for this, you can kind of see this chunk, oops, something just fell. You can see the chunk right here of the purples and pinks. We're going to be using this vivid purple shade right here on the bottom, and also going to be dipping into that pink shade right beside it as well. And then this charcoal kind of shade here is what we're going to use to create a little more depth to the look. Okay, so let me get set up here. Sorry, got to make it so the palette will stay open for me. I'm going to take my small Low Cornell brush here. This is the 1/4 inch, dipping into that intense purple shade that I showed you, and we're just going to put that on like the outer half of the lid, and just sort of push it up into the crease area just a bit. Okay. And then just because I want a lighter wash of that color all over the crease, I'm going to dip into it with my crease brush. And wow, I love that purple. Awesome. Loving the way that comes out. And then I'm going to take that bright pink that was right next to it and just overlap. This is probably one of my favorite things about the Coastal Scents palettes, is how you can just overlap the colors and blend so easily. I love that. Okay, so you can see if you're looking at this now, this eye has just that added intensity. You could definitely stop here if you wanted to, but I'm going to put just a little, show you how you can take a deep gray shade and just add to this look. And so I always go over to the other eye. I've just put on this is my 1/4 inch brush, and I'm going to go right over that purple that I put on the outer half of my lid. Okay, just putting that there. And then I'm going to take my fine crease brush, again into that gray, and use it right in here, right in the crease. And you can go as heavy or as light on that as you want. Just keep in mind, the heavier you go, probably the less purples and pinks are going to shine through. And just continue extending it outward a little bit. We want this look to kind of, as you can see, kind of give us that outer V. So there we go, we're kind of achieving that with the help of that gray shade. So I think we're done as far as the shadow is concerned, but we're going to use some liner. I'm using my cream liner from Wet n Wild, and I believe the shade is Eggplant. It's just a nice deep purple. And I'm using my Smashbox bent eyeliner brush, which I'm really liking these days. And just loading it up with some color, and I'm just going to go not quite to the inner corner. I'm going to start about 3/4 of the way in and drag out. And just kind of barely blend it towards my inner corner, mainly keep it on the outside. And just extend it outward. And then this is the very same thing we're going to be using on the lower lash line. So for that, again, we're keeping it on the outer half. Oops, sorry. And just carefully connect it to what you had there. And only go halfway in because we want to work in some more pink on the lower lash line too. Okay. So over the top of that, we are going to go back to our shadows a little bit, the matte shadows we were using. Just on the lower lash line, I'm going to overlap the outer part with that brightest purple shade, and then the inner part I'm just going to continue in, so the purple is going to shine through a little bit more. It's going to still appear a little darker on the outer half. Just using that bright matte purple shadow, using it on the inside, and then it overlaps the darker shade. Sorry if I'm kind of getting used to this closer up eye angle, so forgive me. Okay, so there is the shadow look. It's really easy to do, guys. It's just a lot of different shades, and you don't need to use the same shades that I used. Just, you know, shimmery pinks and purples can do the trick, but hopefully you got an idea of another thing I kind of wanted to demonstrate with this video was how you can use mattes and shimmers for different purposes. You saw I used a lot of the shimmers, you know, on the lid, on the highlight, and then I used the matte shades to really go in and give it more depth. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my Maybelline Collossal Mascara. And I don't find that this is colossal by any means, but I did want a more natural lash look because I wanted this nice shadow to really shine through and sort of be the star of the show. Although you could, you know, if you were going out or something and wanted to really glam this look up, throw on some false eyelashes and you'd really have a great look. Okay. So just coating it on there. And that's the look, guys. And on my lips, if you were wondering, I'm wearing just kind of a light pink shade. It's number 740. It's Maybelline Superstay. And it's just this light pink shade, and it has like the balm that you put on top. It's supposed to be long wearing. So I hope you guys like this look. It was really fun for me to do. And like I said, the camera, of course, does not always pick things up how I want it to, so check out my blog. I will post some pictures so you can really see, you know, how this is coming off to me in person. So thanks guys a lot for watching.